This article is from May 3rd, 2023, and headlines read 45 Minneapolis gang members and associates indicted on federal charges. Newly unsealed indictments include RICO conspiracy, murder, and drug trafficking offenses. 2 indictments were unsealed today in the District of Minnesota, charging 30 members and associates of 2 Minneapolis-based street gangs, the Highs and the Bloods, with racketeering, conspiracy involving alleged murder, attempted murder, robbery, obstruction of justice, and drug trafficking. Additional charges include the use of a firearm to commit murder and drug trafficking. In addition to these indictments, separate charging documents have been brought against an additional 15 Highs or Bloods members on drug and gun charges. Violent gangs wreak havoc on local residents, engaging in bloody street wars and peddling dangerous drugs that devastate communities and families, said Assistant Attorney General Kenneth A. Polite Jr. of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. As today's announcement demonstrates, the Criminal Division is deploying its resources and expertise in close coordination with our partners to target the specific drivers of violent crime and hold gang members and associates accountable for their offenses. Today's announcement marks a fundamental change for federal law enforcement. We are now addressing gang violence for what it is, organized criminal activity, said U.S. Attorney Andrew Lugar, the District of Minnesota. As alleged, these defendants engage in an unrelenting trail of violence, resulting in today's federal RICO charges and related charges. The aggregate nature of a RICO prosecution has a deeper impact and carries a stronger deterrence message, with the ultimate goal of reducing violence and returning peace to our communities. When rival gangs declare war on each other in the streets in any city, it is the innocent bystanders that suffer the greatest consequences, said ATF Director Stephen Delosbach. I want to thank the United States Attorney's Office, the Justice Department Criminal Division, the Minneapolis Police Department, the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, and all of our law enforcement partners involved in bringing this case. Today's indictment of numerous Highs and Bloods gang members is a result of an exhaustive investigation conducted with our local and state and federal partners. Special Agent in Charge Elvin M. Winston Sr. of the FBI Minneapolis Field Office. No American should be forced to live in the perpetual fear of being a victim of a violent crime. These arrests demonstrate our efforts are turning the tide against organized crime in the Twin Cities and the upper Midwest. For too long, criminal gangs have wreaked havoc on our streets, leaving in their wake tragedy and trauma, and threaten to destroy families, neighborhoods, and communities. When we refrain from utilizing the full force of law available to hold these bad actors accountable, we allow for this horrific behavior and its impact on residents to continue to be normalized. The behaviors of these bad actors is outrageous and entirely unacceptable, said Chief Brian O'Hara of the Minneapolis Police Department. The most vulnerable in our communities are often those most impacted by gun violence and criminal gang activity. Our most vulnerable residents are entitled to the same protections and safety as everyone else in the society. These arrests are just the beginning. For the first time ever, we have embedded Minneapolis police officers in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and we will continue to develop future cases. Today, we are standing shoulder to shoulder with law enforcement and making it clear that behavior will not be tolerated. If you intend to engage in violent crimes in our city, we will find you, we will track you down, and we will bring you to justice. Highs Enterprise indictments. 20 members and associates of the Highs Enterprise are charged in a 12-count indictment with RICO conspiracy involving 5 separate murders, over 10 attempted murders, robbery, and drug trafficking. 5 additional defendants are charged in this indictment with separate drug and gun charges. As alleged in the indictment, the Highs have been operating primarily on the north side of Minneapolis since approximately 2008. The Highs congregated at specific businesses and residences located at or near the West Broadway Avenue and Lindell Avenue North intersection. Prospective Highs members prove their loyalty to the gang by putting in work, committing acts of violence for the benefit of the gang, or offering other benefits such as introducing a source for drugs and firearms. Highs members were expelled from the gang and physically assaulted for failing to put in work. The high's leaders, or shot callers, determine the quantity of drugs brought and sold and the locations where members are permitted to sell the drugs. Shot callers are sometimes took the lead in obtaining and distributing firearms to other high members. The indictment alleges a years-long pattern of violence, including murders, numerous shootings, and acts of retaliation against violent gang members and dealing with fentanyl and robberies. Between April and September 2021, High's members are alleged to have committed 5 murders. Hit that like button, comment your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Much love, peace, blessings, much gratitude.